had this story I want to bring to you. It's a story that happened in Compton between four little youngsters that tried to rob a smoke shop in Compton on Wilmington Avenue. And one of the youngsters ended up getting killed in the process of this robbery. He was fatally shot during a gun battle because when they ran inside the smoke shop to rob it, the guy that was working in the smoke shop was a legal armed security guard. And when they went to rob it, he shot back. They got off and he got off. And one of them ended up getting shot. And he ended up at Martin Luther King Hospital where he died from his wounds. This incident occurred just before 7 p.m. at the business along the 1500 block of South Wilmington Avenue, according to the Los Angeles County Sheriff. The suspects entered the location and pointed their handguns at the employee behind the counter. The employee was an armed security guard, and he pulled out his own weapon, surprising the suspects, and a gun battle ensued. The men ran toward the exit, returning gunfire and tripping over each other before running out of the store. The employee suffered gunshot wounds to his face and neck, but he was later released from the hospital. About 30 minutes later, deputies responded to a gunshot victim at Martin Luther King Hospital and discovered the person was one of the would-be robbers that had been shot by the employee during the ordeal. That man later died at the hospital. Authorities said he has not been identified. A second suspect was taken into custody Wednesday. Authorities said, without elaborating, Khalil Malik Lundy, a 23-year-old, and Keith Terrion Rachel, a 21-year-old, were identified as the other suspects in the video and are wanted for murder. And you know why they would definitely be wanted for murder? Because they went and did a robbery, and one of their co-suspects in the robbery was killed. So they're going to give them the murder of their friend that was killed. And I have the video that will be linked in the description. And anybody that's a parent or not, you definitely need to click on that link and watch this video and look at these young people's faces. These are young kids. Yeah, they're 21, 23. The other two might have been 19 or whatnot, but they're still young kids. And these young kids got themselves in trouble trying to rob a smoke shop. Smoke shops ain't making bread like that. So they was just trying to do something, trying to do whatever they were trying to do. It didn't work. It ended up getting their friend killed. And that's why still, even when your kids are 20, 21, yeah, you want to let them free range. But if they're living under your roof, you still need to be able to tell them, hey, man, no, you need to chill, youngster. Because they tend to be followers. A 20-year-old, a 30-year-old, they can still be followers instead of leaders. And you definitely have to teach your children to be leaders. Teach your young men, young adults, hey, you got to be a leader out here, man. You ain't got to be a follower. Don't be following these knuckleheads. Because if 4 of them went to rob the smoke shop, only 2 of them have guns, that means the other 2 have to be followers. Why would we go in there with y'all and y'all the only 2 with guns? That don't make sense. And even when you see the shootout, the shooting back and forth, one with a gun, he trying to run and get up out of there. He just couldn't get the door open because them rounds was coming at him. But the other 2, and even me, I was looking at some of their faces. They just didn't seem like hardened criminals. Especially the first 2 that walked in. they just didn't have that hardened criminal look on their face. They just had that I want to be down look. You know what I'm saying? And you see that I want to be down can actually get you murdered. Because you want to be down. I want to be liked. I want to be with the in crowd, young people. You don't have to be with the in crowd. All you got to do is be yourself. People going to like you just because they like you. They're going to respect you just because you smart enough not to be a follower and let people lead you to the slaughter. But yeah, I just had to talk about that video because it really was, it was terrible. It was disgraceful for our young people. It's just showing the rabbit hole that they're going down, and we all have to do better. We have to try to talk to the young people, especially that your little young family members. Even if you come from the gang culture, you don't let them be a mini-me. You don't need to let them be a mini-you, telling them all these war stories, filling their head with that bullshit, unless you tell them the stories how dumb it was. And that's what we have to do. If you're going to tell the war stories, don't be like these old clowns on YouTube telling how hard they used to be and this, that, and the third, and how they did dirt and went to the pen and did 30 years. Nobody gives a damn. You didn't accomplish shit. We need to tell them that don't be like me. Don't get caught up in the bullshit. Because the bullshit, you're going to lose time, money, and possibly your life. And with that, I'm going to say this is the news in you. North to east, west, south. Unite from every alley in Cali, intersection and back street. Subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up on your way out the door.
I'm not who you think I am. Your perception is a lesson with a fail grade on it. Steady living life like I would never see the morning. True shit, man, I'm more than pain. I'm more than stain on sidewalk. I'm more than black skin on my face. Destined to be great. Gotta elevate mind. Elevation is the game that I gotta play. Gotta win. Gotta find escape to a better day.